era of fighting games is coming, and the next big three of fighting games will most likely be Project L, MultiVersus, and lastly, Street Fighter 6.
Is that the one?
Y'all laughed at me for saying this. Y'all thought I was tripping. This time, I will admit, I was a whole lot of right and a whole lot of wrong. Multiverse, at the time of recording this video, has broke Steam records of hitting 100k plus concurrent active players on Steam. I checked Steam this morning and it still has over 77k players active on a fighting game within the first week. I'll even be more transparent. When I said MultiVersus and Street Fighter 6 will save the fighting game genre, I clickbaited, but regardless, when I say save, I also mean change. We go deep into if the games will overcharge for its content, microtransactions, and other problems later. However, this does prove that free-to-play is an amazing option for fighting games, and honestly right now, looking to be the way to get people involved in the genre again, or even at all. However, I have to say this though, MultiVersus has a lot going forward that other fighting games just don't have right now. For starters, is backed by Warner Bros. Based on a quick search from 2021 alone, in the middle of a worldwide Panera Bread, in 2021, Warner Bros. Generated a domestic box office revenue of almost $663 million US, up from $259 million a year earlier, an annual increase of over 150%. I looked up how much Warner Bros. Worth in total revenue, and it's just 12.15 billion. So yeah, MultiVersus did just start, but they do got the money to do whatever they want with the game. If they want Goku, they can pay for Goku. Then second, just because a new game has numbers doesn't mean it's better than what is previously established fighters or games, period. People have heavy FOMO and would do anything to be part of the conversation too, especially on release. You're probably asking, what is FOMO? Fear of missing out. We all have gone through it. That new skin in Fortnite that we instantly dropped $20 on, and I bet you don't even play the game out of the first 3 days of you buying the skin. This year with Elden Ring, people who know what a Souls game were like were raging that they were playing a Souls game, became because everyone was talking about it 24/7. And let's be honest, you probably one of the few people that actually tried Monster Hunter and didn't even play it because either way far behind or your homies are way far ahead. It happens. Everybody just wants to have these new experiences, and there's nothing wrong with that. The truth is, everyone on social media online is constantly saying MultiVersus is the future of fighting games. Yes, but there's a catch. Will Japan listen? Will they see the lights? See, I remember the last fighting game roundtable, a few devs were stated they kinda waiting on Riot Project L to teach them how they should tackle a free-to-play fighting game. I know some people have been discrediting the success of platform fighters and MultiVersus particularly, and quick to say the characters are carrying it, which in most cases you could argue is true or false. But Brawlhalla, even though I do not like how that game looks at all, literally 8 years later has over 15k people at the time of this video still playing it. But will Japan fighting game industry look at MultiVersus' success as a fluke because of the IP it carries and who it has? Like, I wouldn't be mad if someone said, man, that game got LeBron James, of course it's gonna pop off. However, this game has shown that for a niche genre, that it's capable of being one of the best genres, at least from Steam numbers. And we're not even counting console numbers right now. But let's talk about MultiVersus' numbers. Is this truly a FOMO situation? Fighting games usually start to drop off in numbers 1 to 3 months after release. People give it a try, some love it, some hate it, some admit that is not their cup of tea. Let's use Brawlhalla. And Brawlhalla's Steam peak was 34k and still has over half the player base playing it still at the time of this video 8 years later. I think MultiVersus will still peak above almost every fighting game on its platform and console for years, unless Project L just comes on and just watches it and take the #1 spot, but you know, you get the point. However, I think regardless if you think MultiVersus is overhyped or just a fad, MultiVersus has left a blueprint for the future of fighting games. What's funny is I made a video about the importance of crossplay in fighting games, and I definitely think crossplay is going to be one of the biggest reasons this game is successful. It is incredibly hard to tell a friend to play a game that they're probably not interested in when they don't even have a console or game on the same platform. And if they just a casual player, they just not going to play it, bro. But having cross progression is so good. It's like the biggest quality of life as well. If I buy it on PlayStation and I switch over, I can keep my rank and stuff like, oh, that's so good. It's also so good because cross progression is so good just because You keep your unlocks and your items, and then you don't have to replay the story modes if they're gonna be lackluster. And even though it's not perfect in MultiVersus yet, I know y'all tired of me and many other people saying the R word, but roll back netcode.
Why are you the way that you are?
Hey, you watching this video, you this far in the video, and you haven't hit the subscribe button. I would love if y'all subscribe. We'll have a lot more MultiVersus content, and it's free to subscribe. You don't gotta pay money, so just keep in mind, hit the bell, turn on notifications, and on this channel, we play fighting games, we'll be playing a lot more MultiVersus, and we'll be talking about JRPGs such as 2E, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and more. This the Avatar channel. It's gonna get lit, and let's return back to the video. Alright, I don't wanna bore you with my opinions, but I do have one more hot take right now. Y'all okay with another hot take? Not every fighting game needs to be free to play alone. Fighting games, in my personal opinion, just need to make better fighter products. It is up to the company to make games better products so people can want to spend the $60, $70 on a fighting game. Because if you want to be honest with you, they'll have good gameplay, but everything else is whack. There's so many other genres out there that you get good gameplay from, and you get a story, you get unlockables, you even get other mini games and stuff with it. So like, fighting games just gotta do better. I think what I would love is what DOA did, but just do it right. I think giving people who are unsure about fighting games, the ones who just want to play them with a friend in the moment, or a chance to access the game with all the basic features, but giving them limited characters is perfectly fine. Then the players who actually going to put in possibly 100 plus hours into a fighting game, give them $60 to $70 option to buy the characters and what they want in the game. There's two sides of the coin with the FGC. Some people that are perfectly fine with it being niche, and then there's other people that want to grow and evolve the scene. Instead of getting all controversial about things of that nature, FGC has been around forever, and it's time for the FGC to evolve, in my personal opinion. And I think what's gonna happen with MultiVersus is bring a whole bunch of eyes onto this model of fighting games. So after next year or the next couple games, we need to learn how to do what MultiVersus did on launch, okay? If Japan listens, they're probably seeing like, dang, is free to play truly the wave? Is this how you should do things in the fighting game? This is how it can potentially change how everything is. Who knows? Tekken 8 or 9 might become the next Fortnite, or freaking next Guilty Gear Blaze could be like the Apex for fighting games. I don't know. That might be a bad analogy, but we on the track to greatness if everybody follow through and understand what MultiVersus is doing. The blueprint's there. MultiVersus already showed people that there's a blueprint for free-to-play fighting games and how to do free-to-play services. Project L is probably going to push it even harder because, you know, people look at platform fighters and fighting games differently. But however, we're going to know the future of fighting games is seeming pretty bright right now. That being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, follow me on Twitter at Avataryaya_. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you will never miss an upload from your boy. And remember, you guys are golden and that is raw. Squala, peace, and I'm out.
I've been the devil, I need me a arc in the water. I'm breathing, I'm feeling like Tanjiro. Walking this bitch with a Zapato, I'll let you rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch, on my dick, man, I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I'm spitting, I'm feeling like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.